Excuse me, Mr. Hayward, I saw you across the hotel bar. Couldn't help but notice how lovely you are. If you're free this afternoon, could you make some time for me? Could you pencil me in for a little sin after your meeting at 3? Forgive me, Mr. Hayward, for the devil in my eye, for the lipstick on your collar, and having undone your tie. And if I embarrass you by looking at you the way you looked at me, could you pencil me in for a tonic and gin after your meeting at 3? I'm not usually so fervent in my fever or so ardent in my ardor. It just seems to me that you would be an easy man to adore. So could we find a way, even if it's wayward? It's not every day that I meet a Mr. Hayward. What are you thinking, Mr. Hayward? What secrets do you have to share? Should we go somewhere more private? And you could tell me there. Funnily enough, I have a hotel room key. Could you pencil me in or get to canceling your meeting at 3? I'm not usually so fervent in my fever or so ardent in my ardor. It just seems to me that you would be an easy man to adore. I'm so glad we found a way, even if it's wayward. Hip, hip, hooray for Mr. Hayward. Later on in your arms, I'm feeling so fine. Then one of life's stranger things, your phone it rings. Your wife's on the line. Will you call her back later? No, it's time for you to leave. Thank you, Mr. Hayward, for an afternoon of make-believe.
So I am the Mr. Hayward, and I want to tell you about this from my perspective. I had been going through a lot of stuff, and sometimes comedy need you, but sometimes you need comedy. And I went to a special open mic called Cuckoo's Open Mic at a Soho Playhouse over in Tribeca. Or was it Soho? Well, I'm going to perform, and the man running the show is who you see singing. And he says to me, if you wouldn't mind, George, I'm working on some new songs. Please stay to the end. Now, this mic runs till like 2 in the morning, and I think I had to like be somewhere the next day on like Thursday morning. But he seemed particularly earnest about this. So I was like, sure. So like it's like 11 p.m. It's midnight, but the crowd's like still there. It's 1 a.m. It's 2 a.m. And at 2:15 he starts singing this. And I said, that is a goddamn coincidence. If I were more awake, I mean, this sounded like he's saying my name, but after like 2 or 3 bars, I was like, oh shit, that's me. It was like 3 p.m.
What are you thinking?
It felt like.
Mr. Hayward,
And
secrets do you have to share?
the lift that gave me, man, because I wasn't feeling good that time.
More private, you could tell.
It picked me up in a way I can't explain. I mean, it was like a dark, black, smoky room, and suddenly it was basically like one of those sunsets. So
Could you pencil me in or get to canceling your meeting at 3? I'm not usually so.
I mean, I had spent the last 2 years trying to learn how to talk to women in public, and here's this guy saying how great I am. So I thought it was a gift beyond gifts. Then, a couple weeks later met Maria, who's on the piano. She's killing it.
Even if it's wayward.
These guys got some bounce, right? Well, faith is hard, doubt is easy, and the Lord always delivers. I may live the rest of my whole life and never experience something like when I first heard this song, completely unbeknownst to what was going to happen. So there's still some magic in New York City. I appreciate y'all. God bless.
Later on in your arms, I'm feeling so fine. Then one of life's stranger things, your phone it rings. Your wife's on the line. Will you call her back later? No, it's time for you to leave. Thank you, Mr. Hayward, for an afternoon of make-believe.
I don't know how he does it. I love it. George Hayward, everybody.